This course is brought to you by AppyPie as part of our Academy series.
Sorry, I had to suspend your excitement about apps in the last video. I promise I won't do it anymore. In this video, let's talk about success patterns for apps. This is exciting. So this is how most apps become successful. Let's talk about the strategies for the light at the end of the tunnel, how to get there. Okay, so success patterns. Most apps are free. The premise is with volume, a lot of free people, some of them will monetize. That is a take on the freemium business model. The freemium business model is something that's been around the web since the web started because it's easy to give away digital products. Essentially, the app business is the freemium model, just a slight variation of it, where the strict freemium model is you get people to buy something. In the app world, you don't necessarily get people to buy something because you can monetize with ads. But the premise is you suffocate competitors because you get all the traffic because it's free. Okay, and just because it's free, some people, most people won't never buy, but it doesn't mean that they're bad customers because they might share the app, they might leave nice reviews on the app. So these are all good things people can do for your app and not for your competitors' apps. So this is a way to get at the top of the pyramid, suffocate your competitors, and get more reviews, more engagement, more everything. Okay, of course your competitors will be doing the similar thing, but this is essentially the way. Okay, big volume, monetize on the back end somehow, and free. Some people want to have paid apps still. It's a dying trend for the most apps, but some apps can still survive that way if you are able to accomplish one thing. If you're able to accomplish selling the app and creating an audience elsewhere. So let's say you have a niche audience and you have an app for that audience. Well, you're selling them from maybe from your email list, maybe your YouTube channel, maybe publicity, however you figure it out. And we'll talk a lot about other promotional ways later in this course. But however you're able to create an audience, if you can sell your paid app to them, that can work for you because it gives you a paid product. Okay, so you get revenue fast, immediately. The main problem is that it's hard to sell these apps, and typically apps are not priced at a too expensive of a range. That's another issue. Now, the other success pattern for succeeding with apps is making the app not just a one-time, one-day use item, but actually integrating the app into people's daily lives, like a weather app, or in my example, I have a business planning app. Now, business planning is something you do once and you're done with it. But I didn't want that. So instead, I made people reminders, motivation reminders, alerts, regular content, so that the app can become a part of people's lives. Is it going to become a part of everybody's life? No. But there are a certain number of people who will slowly start to use it, slowly put it on their home screen from just apps, all the apps they downloaded to their home screen, use it more, and just use it and use it and use it. But you have to come up with the features that your users want. You have to understand what they want and make that into the app so they can be using your app every day. When they're using your app every day, familiarity breeds comfort for spending money. And you're going to get better reviews and all the other things and sharing. As soon as they're done with your app, it's almost like they're not a downloader. It's almost like they're not a user. So re-engage and integrate your app into people's lives as much as possible. And of course, because, see, it's going to tie in a second, because you're integrating into people's lives, they're using your app every day, maybe for the next many months, recurring monetization strategies begin to be available. Subscription models, consumables models. We're going to talk about that when we talk about monetization. But the good thing is that imagine if a person buys from you once. Okay, they bought once. But what if they bought from you on a monthly subscription? They just bought 12 times a year, which is 1,200% boost in revenue. So you've got to get the long-term use gives you a tremendous boost in revenue as well. You've got to monetize each customer to the max, and this is how you do it. And of course, lastly, the real success pattern is to always improve everything. Your images, the visuals of your app, how your app sells, how your app is promoted, how your app works, fixing the bugs. Every little incremental boost gets you more users, more engagement, more ranking, indirectly, often indirectly, but it adds up. And the better and better and better you make your app long term, the more it's gonna make you more money, give you more users, do actually what you wanted this app to do. So with that, in the next video, we're gonna get started with actually how to start promoting the app and how to start actually building your app into a business.